The world is full of secretive underground societies that operate in the shadows, whose members meet behind closed doors in windowless rooms. And some believe these societies are secretly running the world. Secret societies have flourished throughout history and count founding fathers and royals among their ranks. The allure of secret societies is part mystery, part legend. Conspiracy theories have surrounded them for centuries, with rumors of groups like the Illuminati being linked to everything from the French Revolution to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. But it's important to separate fact from fiction. Welcome to Mind Read, where today we bring you a list of 10 secret societies that operate around the world. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we make a new upload. Let's get started! Number 10. Opus Dei. Opus Dei is an operation of the Catholic Church that emphasizes the Catholic belief that everyone is called to holiness and that ordinary life is a path to sanctity. The celibate numeracies and numeracy assistants live in special centers, while associates and celibate members live in their private homes. The order was founded in Spain in 1928 by Roman Catholic priest José María Escriva with the approval of Pope Pius XII. When Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code was published, it claimed that the Opus Dei was a secret organization within the Church whose aim was to defeat the Priory of Sion and those who seek to uncover the truth about Christianity and the alleged royal bloodline of Christ. Outside of the book, there has been a great deal of controversy over Opus Dei because of the strictness of its religious structure. The Catholic Church forbids secret societies and members in them, and the Opus Dei investigators have frequently debunked claims that this organization is acting in secrecy to further a sinister agenda. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for all of you that'll just take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And boom, 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. The Order of Caronia. The Battle of Caronia in 338 BC saw the defeat of the Sacred Band of Thebes, an elite ancient Greek fighting unit consisting of 150 soldiers and their male lovers. Years later, in 1899, Caronia lent its name to a slightly related but very different group, the Order of Caronia, an English political organization for gay men. Cecil Ives founded the group as a means to communicate without fear of persecution. He patterned the order like a true secret society, devising ceremonies and passwords for its members. He also devised a strict set of rules which kept members from using the society for sexual meetups. Many prominent gay intellectuals joined. Oscar Wilde was reportedly a member. The organization soon spread around the world, enabling Ives to promote gay rights through books and numerous lectures, and the group became a modern precursor to 20th century rights organizations. After Ives' death, the movement faltered, gaining steam again during the 1990s, especially in the US, and inspiring several offshoots. Number 8. The Bilderberg Group. This group is slightly different from the others in that it doesn't have official membership. It's the name given to a group of highly influential people who meet every year in secrecy and usually with strong military and government-sponsored security. The topics discussed are kept secret, and the structure of the meetings is that of a conference, usually held in 5-star hotels around the world. Attendance at the meeting is strictly by invitation only. The first meeting took place in 1954 at the Hotel Bilderberg in the Netherlands. The original meeting was initiated by several people. Polish emigre and political advisor Joseph Redinger, concerned about the growth of anti-Americanism in Western Europe, proposed an international conference at which leaders from European countries and the United States would be brought together with the aim of promoting understanding between the cultures of the United States of America and Western Europe. Although the agenda and list of participants are openly available to the public, it's not clear that such details are disclosed by the group itself. Also, the contents of the meetings are kept very secret, and attendees pledge not to divulge what was discussed. The group's stated jurisdiction for secrecy is that it enables people to speak freely without the need to carefully consider how every word might be interpreted by the mass media. Number 7. The Illuminati. A movement of freethinkers that were the most radical offshoot of the Enlightenment, whose followers were given the name Illuminati, but called themselves Perfectibilists, was founded on May 1, 1776 in Ingolstadt, Upper Bavaria, by Jesuit-taught Adam Weishaupt. This group is now known as the Bavarian Illuminati. While it was not legally allowed to operate, many influential intellectuals and progressive politicians counted themselves as members. The fact that the Illuminati did not require belief in a supreme being made them particularly popular among atheists. During internal panic over the secession of a new leader and government attempts to outlaw the group saw it collapsing entirely in the late 1700s. Despite this, conspiracy theorists have argued that the Bavarian Illuminati survived, possibly to this day, though very little reliable evidence can be found to support the idea that Weishaupt group survived into the 19th century. Despite that fact, many people believe that the Illuminati is still operating and managing the main actions of the governments of the world. It's believed that they wish to create a one-world government based on humanist and atheist principles. Number 6. The Knights Templar. The Knights Templar is a modern-day offshoot of Masonry and does not have a direct tie to the original Knights Templar, a religious military group formed in the 12th century. Members of the Masonic Knights Templar do not claim a direct connection to the medieval group, but merely a borrowing of ideas and symbols. In order to become a member of this group, you must already be a Christian Master Mason. This organization is a distinct one, and it's not just a higher degree of Masonry. Despite Freemasons' general disclaimer that no one Masonic organization claims a direct heritage to the medieval Knights Templar, certain degrees and orders are obviously patterned after the medieval order. These are best described as commemorative orders, or degrees. Nevertheless, in spite of the fraternity's official disclaimers, some Masons, non-Masons, and even anti-Masons insist that certain Masonic rites or degrees originally had direct Templar influence. Number 5. Ordo Templis Orientis. The OTO, Order of Temples of the East, is an organization that was originally modeled on Masonry, but under the leadership of self-styled Great Beast Aleister Crowley, it took on the principles of his religious system called the Lema. The Lema is based around a single law: do what thou wilt shall be under the whole of law. Love is the law, love under the will. Membership is based upon degrees of initiation, and highly stylized rituals are used. The OTO currently claims over 3,000 members worldwide. Crowley created a Mass for the OTO, which is called the Gnostic Mass. Of the Mass, Crowley wrote, "I resolve that my ritual should celebrate the sublimity of the operation of universal forces without introducing disputable metaphysical theories. I would neither make nor imply any statement about nature which would not be endorsed by the most materialistic man of science." On the surface, this may sound difficult, but in practice, I found it perfectly simple to combine the most rigidly rational concepts of the phenomena with the most exalted and enthusiastic celebration of their sublimity. The ritual is very stylized and uses virgin priestesses, children, and priests. Many ancient Egyptian gods are invoked as well as the devil, and at one point the priestess performs a naked ritual. Number 4. Skull and Bones. The Order of Skull and Bones, a Yale University society, was originally known as the Brotherhood of Death. It's one of the oldest student secret societies in the United States. It was founded in 1832 and membership is open to an elite few. The society uses Masonic-inspired rituals to this day. Members meet every Thursday and Sunday of each week in a building they call the Tomb. Number 3. The Baldknobbers. This secret vigilante group sprang up in response to the rampant crime and lawlessness that plagued southwest Missouri after the Civil War. Led by their founder, a hulking veteran named Nat Kinney, the Baldknobbers of Taney Count, so called because they held secret meetings above bare mountain tops, proceeded to take the law into their own hands. Wearing their coats backwards and sporting odd, horned masks, the Baldknobbers employed such heavy-handed tactics as whipping, beating, and even killing suspected criminals. Eventually, some Baldknobbers began to use their membership to protect their own criminal activities. The group's notoriety peaked in 1887 when they killed 2 critics and injured their families. Authorities arrested 20 members and executed 4 others. A year later, Kinney, who had already left the group before the shootings, was killed by an opponent of the organization. Although minor conflicts continued after that, the Baldknobbers had effectively reached their end by 1889. Number 2. The Sect Rouge. According to Zora Neale Hurston, an African-American author who traveled to Haiti in the 1930s, the Sect Rouge was a secret society that practiced ritual cannibalism and grave robbing. Although she had no first-hand experience with the society, she had 3 indirect encounters with the cult. The first occurred in 1936, when Hurston heard an odd beating of drums late one evening. She'd wanted to go out to investigate, but the house girl warned her to stay inside, or else they'd risk the cult's wrath. The second time happened when she questioned a man burning rubber tires near her house. The man explained that the tire smoke was to deter the cult members from abducting his child. And finally, she saw militiamen on a secret operation to suppress an unknown group in a remote area of the island. All this, plus accounts from locals who swore on the group's existence, painted the portrait of a murderous cult that met at night in a cemetery and engaged in macabre rituals, including waylaying travelers for human sacrifices. Number 1. The Freemasons. The Grand Masonic Lodge was created in 1717 when 4 small groups of lodges joined together. Membership levels were initially just first and second degree, but in the 1750s this was expanded to create a third, known as Master Masons, and this caused a split in the group. Masons conduct their regular meetings in a ritualized style. This includes many references to architectural symbols such as the compass and square. They refer to God as the grand architect of the universe. The 3 degrees of Masonry are: Number 1. Entered Apprentice. This makes you a basic member of the group. Number 2. Fellow Craft. This is an intermediate degree in which you're meant to develop further knowledge of Masonry. Number 3. Master Mason. This degree is necessary for participating in most Masonic activities. Masons use signs and handshakes to gain admission to their meetings, as well as to identify themselves to other people who may be Masons. The signs and handshakes often differ from one jurisdiction to another, and are often changed or updated. This protects the group from people finding out how to gain admission under false pretenses. Masons also wear stylized clothing based upon the clothing worn by stonemasons from the Middle Ages, the most well-known of these being the apron. In order to become a Mason, you must generally be recommended by a current Mason, and in some cases, you must be recommended 3 times before you can join. You have to be at least 18 years old and of sound mind. Many religions frown upon membership of the Masons, and the Roman Catholic Church forbids Catholics to join under penalty of excommunication.